Hi everyone, welcome to our fourth session in our beginner series. This is a recap of our seated practice. So we're going to get ourselves nice and comfortable. I'm going to ask Fran just to connect her sit bones to the ground, close the eyes and just start to have a sense of coming inside yourself. Relax your body. And we're going to come into our Namaste Kriya. So the Namaste Kriya is really setting up some banks around what we're doing, how we're spending our time. We're going to drop in the 3 keys that we've covered over the last few sessions, connecting to our sense of enthusiasm, our reason for showing up, that inside of all of us there is a desire to grow and to open. But with this comes often challenge and resistance to growth, whether that's from an external force or maybe it's internally from thought or limitations. So this sense of perseverance has a bit of a heat to it, a bit of discipline. But with discipline, we don't just go at it, we use our inner wisdom, we use our discernment. So we have our enthusiasm, our perseverance, and our discernment. And we're going to seal all this in at our hearts by bringing our palms together as a gesture of sealing. As we take a bow to ourselves for showing up, to each other for practicing together, and to the method, the yogic method, where we bring yoga to life. Namaste.
Namaste.
So we're now going to set ourselves up for our breath practice. I'm going to ask Fran to lie herself down, remembering that you can do this seated. You could do it in a chair, you could do it in a bed, you could put blankets on, use pillows, however you need to, just to make it work for yourself. You know, it doesn't have to look a particular way. And we are, of course, showing up as we are. So the most important thing is that we show up. And when we show up, life tends to show up with us to kind of meet our efforts. So we're using our 30 double breaths in the belly. And we're going to use the belly like a pump. We're going to take some pauses in between each round. So have a sense of relaxing and softening your body. Starting with the inhale through the nose, away we go. Two more. Last breath. Now we're going to gather all our forces through our inhale, filling our bodies up, away we go. Open the mouth, our breath to release. So you'll probably feel some stirring inside. Bring your mind into feeling. So you can have thoughts on the surface, you can have feelings within your body, but within that, there is kind of an encompassing background, a rising sense of energy and stillness. As we allow ourselves to feel all of these layers. You may not need to breathe for a period of time as we start to kind of pull the plug on our psychology. So this time we're going to take a slow breath in through the nose, filling ourselves up, and we're going to hold for 12 seconds at the top of the breath. Away we go. Open the mouth, our breath to release. A sense of just feeling into this after poise, where we've kind of broken through this crust, the surface layer of ourselves. We're going to enter into our second round of 10 double breaths, starting in the belly. Away we go. Last breath. Empty out, soften. Now you're going to pick your breath up through your inhale through the nose, filling all the way out. Open the mouth to release. Please solidify your body, follow the energy inside. Notice when there's that reflex to breathe and you just simply observe. Don't react. Feel. So we are training ourselves to give a mind a home inside the body in feeling. Because the mind's always shopping around outside, flitting from one thing to another, cementing experiences, judging. And we're bringing it right back into now. So if you haven't breathed already, we're all going to breathe together now by taking a slow breath in through the nose, filling our body up and holding for 12 seconds at the top of the breath. Away we go. Our breath to release. So with each round, we're dropping a little bit deeper inside. We're learning to be with all these big body sensations that the nervous system can kind of stir up with our breathing. This is making us more stress resilient. So we're going to go into our third and final round of 10 double breaths. Remembering you can dial up the intensity with your inhale, and you can dial the intensity down with the exhale. You can also dial it up with how quickly you breathe, how vigorously you breathe, or how gently you breathe. So you're always in the driver's seat of your experience. Third and final round, breathing in through the nose twice, out through the mouth twice, using the belly like a pump. Away we go. Last one. Empty out. Clear your slate by taking an inhale through the nose, filling all the way up. When you feel the cue, exhale and our breath to release. Dive into your energy. Unfix yourself from your storytelling. Allow yourself to change. To be less fixed. Coming into feeling. So when we oxygenate our system, we are really kind of changing our internal state. And when we pull the plug on our breathing, when we come into this space where we don't need to breathe, what happens is the CO2 then starts to rise again in the body, and you'll feel it. You'll feel the urge to breathe again. And we're learning just to kind of not react to that and actually choose when we breathe. Because stress is essentially the CO2, the resistance in the body. And we're learning to be with this feeling. It's going to start calling out an inner regeneration. All these cells start to kind of become alive inside the body. We're going to breathe together now, taking a slow inhale. We'll hold for 12 seconds at the top of the breath. Away we go. Our breath to release. Allow yourself just to recalibrate now. So we have all this new energy in the body, which we've accessed through our breathing. And what we're going to do now is we're going to use our asana flow, our physical movement, to really start to unblock some kinks in the pipes, essentially. So I'm just going to ask Fran just to slowly bring herself up into a seated position. We're going to connect, first of all, to our pulse. So without even moving, we're going to use our Ujjayi breath, so that slight constriction at the back of the throat, so the breath sounds audible, like using those whisper muscles. And as you're inhaling, you're having this sense of life coming in and expanding. And as you're exhaling, there's a sense of release and softening inside. This is a real kind of key component to what makes this type of practice different, is this pulsing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the wood block. So if you remember, the wood block really is our kind of extra teacher, our extra reminder to breathe. It's set at 6 by 6 breath rhythm, which is a real optimum breath pattern. So we're going to breathe in, breathing out. And you just follow this with your breathing. As you're inhaling, you're expanding, you're opening. And as you're exhaling, you're softening inside. You may even be able to start to roll your chest open on the inhale, finding a lift of the chin. And as you exhale, there is kind of a contraction, a let go. I'm going to do 2 more pulses. As we start to set ourselves up for our mountain. So remembering our mountain sequence is about finding the sense of strength, presence, earth, and real kind of magnitude. So on the next inhale, we're going to raise the arms up above the head. Interlace the fingers. As you exhale, you're going to soften. Inhale to open the chest, looking up. Exhale, you let go. So that inhale is a sense of really receiving life, connecting. But as you exhale, you are signaling to life you're willing to let go. And you're just using this pulse action. We're going to take 1 more inhale before we find our forward bow. Exhaling, swan diving forwards. Inhale to lift into the chest, look up. Exhaling, you're going to start to work into some edges. So these edges of kind of feedback in the body, of tension. Using that forward bow. So for some of you, it may be a real kind of just slight dip of the neck. Or for others, you may be able to go all the way down towards your legs. You can have the legs straight in front of you. But we are bringing these 3 key components together: breath, awareness, feeling awareness, and movement. 1 more pulse. Final exhale into your bow. As we sweep the arms above the head, flying mountain, inhaling. Exhale, you're going to bring your hands down and back to your heart. Flying mountain again, inhaling, arm raise. As we come into our finger balance now, so you're going to exhale, bring your hands down to your side. And you're going to connect to the earth as you impulse to breathe up, lifting your sit bones, opening the chest, exhale, releasing down. So you're connecting to a sense of balance here. So inhale, pushing up. Exhaling, release. Finding that core stability, steadying the eyes. Exhaling, release. 1 more pulse. Inhale to lift up. As you exhale, you're going to sit yourself back down. As we come into flying mountain, inhale, raising the arms. Exhale, hands to heart in Anjali. We're going to come into sun salutation. So flying mountain, inhale. Exhaling into your forward bow. You're going to bring your right leg up into your lunge, inhaling to lift. Exhaling into forward bow again. As you make the flip for cobra, inhale. And we're going to take a couple of pulses here. Inhale to lift up. Exhaling to sink down, so you're softening. 2 more pulses, breathing in, opening the chest, looking up. Exhaling to soften. Final inhale before you make your flip. The exhale is going to flip you back over as you find your forward bow. Inhale, right leg lunging, lifting up. Exhaling into your bow. Arm raise on your inhale. Bringing your hands back to Anjali Mudra, exhale. Flying mountain, inhaling. Exhaling to forward bow. We're going to go to the left side now, left leg lunging, inhaling. Exhaling, forward bow. And then we're going to use our inhale to come into cobra again, inhaling. Exhaling to soften. So you're connecting to that expansion on the inhale, looking up. Exhale as you release. One more pulse to inhale to come all the way up, lifting the head. On your exhale, you're going to make that flip back to your forward bow. So it's quite a dynamic movement. If you need more pulses, you just do that. Left leg lunging, inhale. Exhaling into your bow. Inhale, arm raise. Hands to heart, Anjali on your exhale. So we're just going to steady the breath here because you may feel a little bit kind of fizzing and heat from your sun salutation sequence. So just have a sense now of softening, feeling any heat or stirring in the body. And we're going to kind of flip now and pendulum to our moon sequence. So on the next inhale, you're going to raise your left arm all the way up, straightening up that arm. As you exhale, you're going to find a lift and a tilt. Inhaling to pulse. Exhaling, you're going to reach. And you want to try and keep the arm straight if you can, opening up into that side body. As you're lengthening and opening, feeling the side opening. 2 more pulses. One more lift. Exhaling to reach. And on the next block, you're going to windmill the arms, inhaling the right arm up. Exhaling, opening out. Opening your side body. And as long as you're feeling your edge, So that space where the tension starts to call to you. As we start to break it down, bit by bit. 2 more pulses. Final exhale to reach. Inhale to come all the way up. Exhale is going to bring your hands down, and you're just going to prepare yourself for your back bend. So you bring your hands behind you as you find the lift on your inhale. Exhale to reach back. The inhale is going to allow that space of that breath to come in. And the exhale to find your back bend, opening your heart. So as long as the lower back isn't too compressed, you want to have a sense of lifting up and then back. So there's an upwards motion and a kind of reclining of opening of the heart. One more pulse, inhale. Exhaling back. So the neck may go up, inhale to come up. Exhale to find your bow. So you may use a chair for your forward bow, or you may just want to come all the way forward. There'll be some residue on your spine. And you're just going to use your breath to go into feeling as you kind of listen to the feedback from the body. And remembering these movements can be really subtle, really small, or they can be, quite dynamic. One more pulse, inhaling. Final exhale. We're going to prepare for flying mountain on the inhale, raising the arms up. And Anjali on your exhale. We're going to take 3 pulses of breath, inhaling. Exhaling. Bring your mind now into your heart space. As you just drop your movement. Soften into your body. I'm going to switch the block off now. Release with an R breath. Feel. So we're now ready for what we call the Shala Kriya, where we essentially drop the body. So we're going to lie ourselves down on our backs. We always recommend lying down for your Shala Kriya, your Shavasana, as it's more commonly known. Again, pop anything blanket-wise on, cushions, have your palms up to the sky. This is really kind of a gesture to life, that you're open and you're willing to let go. So you may still be carrying some residue in your body, and that's okay. We work with the system how it is today. We're going to complete our practice now by doing 10 double breaths in the belly. We're going to do it nice and vigorous, but if you need to do it light, you just do it nice and light. So you just work with your system how it is today. Starting with the inhale through the nose, away we go. Final breath. The rebound of breath will come in, filling all the way up. Our breath to release, soften. So you have to be willing to open up to change. You have to be willing to loosen your grip on your body, your life, your story, your thoughts. As you bring your attention, your curiosity, your feeling awareness into the tips of your toes, the roots of your toes, the soles of your feet. Feel the tops of your feet. You may feel sensation, you may feel nothing, maybe silence. Bring your mind into your ankle joints, calves, shins, knee joints, thigh, hip joints, buttocks, pelvic floor, tailbone, lower abdomen, dip in your spine, upper abdomen, upper back, chest, shoulder blades, armpits, fingertips, roots of your fingers, palms, backs of your hands, wrist joints, forearms, elbows, tops of arms, shoulders, collarbones, base of your neck, pit of your throat, back of your head, jaw, ears, cheeks, mouth, nose, eye socket, temples, forehead, eyebrow center, center of the brain, crown of head. Feel the crown of your head. We're going to take a slow inhale through the nose as we hold for 12 seconds. At the peak of the breath, away we go. Feel your whole body. All breath to release. Whole body soften. Whole body. So we've now brought our last 3 practices together now as one practice. Have a sense of wholeness. Feel into your body as you slowly start to raise yourself up. You can keep the eyes closed, or you can just gently soften your gaze and open your eyes. We're going to complete our practice together by taking an inhale and raising the arms, drawing the hands together in Jali Mudra. As you exhale, we're going to draw the hands to the heart into our Namaste Kriya as we take a bow to ourselves for showing up. to each other, to practicing, and to the method. Namaste.
Namaste.